Hopefully, I could chill you out with some being salty at video games. I don't know. What's up, Jaded? But we're doing a bonus Sunday stream. We're going to play a game that we've only played once before. I had a lot of fun with this last Friday called Gordian Quest. And since I missed my Friday stream because of a singing gig, thought we'd play that some more today on this bonus Sunday stream. So for those who haven't seen this game, Gordian Quest is an indie deck builder RPG-like game. There's a lot of systems in this, and I'm still learning it, but it's a pretty fun game. So in most of Europe, actually, not even in places like Spain, do they have indoor AC mostly, supposedly because energy prices are much higher. Yeah, I could see that. I could see that being the case. I don't know if it's true, but I could see that. All right, let's load up the game here. Gordian Quest, cool art style for this game too. You just looked at this on the Steam store. You thought it looks like you might like it. Well, feel free to join in and ask questions. I'm still learning the game. I've only played about 6 hours of it. Please tell me I can play. I clicked on my save slot, loading, and it's going to. Okay, play game. Resume. Okay. I think it's roguelike. So you die, you start completely over. But I currently am using. There's so many mechanics in this game. We basically got done with the tutorial levels on our first day. So I have 3 heroes. I have the Sonneteer, who's like a bard, a stalker, who's like a hunter, ranger, and a saboteur is like a rogue guy. And I'm doing cards that are like set traps on the battlefield to make enemies vulnerable. Then you do big damage to them. So that's kind of the way I'm playing currently. You started playing this too? You're in Act 2. Nice. I think I'm just starting either Act 2 or Act 1 or something. Good to see you too, Captain Roderick. Piecing together information we have. Floors and 10. Didn't I already do all this stuff? Okay, this is, yeah, so we're stock up on supplies. Alright, so we can now go to different places. Oh, I just teleported there. Okay. Waygate. So Waygate instantly teleports me. Isn't there a wider map? Yeah, so I'm supposed to go this way. I wonder if there are like waypoints I hit along the way that'll get me back to town instantly. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go around clearing out all these things to kind of re-warm up in the game. And then we'll head out towards the next area we're supposed to go to. Depends on the mode. You're not sure which one I chose. I'm playing the story mode or whatever. In normal mode, you just resurrect over and over. Sonneteer, they just use the thesaurus to look up alternate words for bard. Where there's different versions of the bard, Sleeping Dragon. There's like... One of the reasons this game is so complicated is everything you could choose, you have like 4 choices. So this Stalker has got like 4 different versions of a ranger. This Sonneteer has like 4 different versions of a bard. One is a bard, one's a lyricist, one's a sonneteer. There's like 4 different versions, so maybe they did use a thesaurus, I don't know. Alright, let's see here. So, do I have ways to move them? I do. Okay, so I think I can one-shot. You're gonna attack, you're gonna attack, you are going to attack. And you're gonna pull, so you're not actually attacking. So if I do caltrops, let's see here. Tumble, deal 14 damage. I don't have a way. Okay, I can lure. So this guy will be able to one-shot that guy with his ability. So I do this. If I lure you there to there, you now have 36 vulnerables. If I do any damage, that guy is just dead. Move to any cell. Cell is row or lane. Okay. Let's go ahead and do this. And discard that guy. Go here. Is he now unable to hit anybody? Cool. Next trap. Okay. Cool. End turn for you. Yeah, there's like a minstrel. There's a bunch of different stuff. They have a balance bill, and then one starter deck for every one of those 3 skill schools each character has. Oh, is it 3? I said 4. I think you're right. I think it's 3. Okay. Does she have her AoE? What is her AoE called? I forget what it's called, but she doesn't have it. Okay. So she could, but she did have single target damage. So if I use 22 damage, this, and this, you die, right? You're dead. Okay. Okay. Alright, so I need to do any amount of damage to you. And this should do 20 to you, right? Oh, I have to, I can't reach you from there. Go. Basically, my Bard, I wanted her to be a buffer, and she's basically killing everybody, so... she's more of a mage that has spells with music names. Alright, so you're attacking, you are defending. So these are the 2 I want to kill. Does she have her AoE? There it is, scatter hit. So what I like to do, since she's got this, she's like my only character that has an AoE. I like to use these other 2 guys to set traps that add a bunch of vulnerable. She does AoE, and everybody with vulnerable, it adds that amount of vulnerable to the amount of damage they take. So she basically procs all the damage we do to these other guys. Okay, so if I do this... you. This... There. Okay, you're just dead. Sometimes I just accidentally kill them, though. Sometimes that just happens. There. Okay. Classic Barbarian. There you go. Hey, what's up, Vega? How are you doing? If I do this, you'll go to a random... Ha! You went to the only place. Okay, that's fine. Go to there. Okay, 32 vulnerable. Alright. Okay, so if she does scatter hit, that guy just dies. Vulnerable. There. So now if I do scatter hit, I think she kills both. Beautiful. You like the minstrel? She can actually generate guard for the whole group, opens up more AP for them to attack. Oh, that sounds really good. That sounds like maybe the build I wanted to do, actually. 7 damage to those 4 spots. Okay. I bet you I can get you 76 damage on this guy. Oh, who's my... doing this. Primed shot. Okay. So let's move you forward. Wait, why can you only move those directions? I'm confused. Move to any cell in your row or lane. Why can't I move in these? This is my cell or lane, right? Oh, it's this guy, that's why. Okay. Okay, so we move here to be out of the AoE. We get rid of one far shot. Oh. Now you're hitting those 4 slots. I'm confused. Okay. Okay, 36 vulnerable so far. Holy crap, you have 10 health left. Okay, nice. All right, finish him off. We'll use our traps to finish you. Beautiful. Okay, we got a level up on him. Cool. To back attack always hits the back row. Okay. What do we got? 24 damage, regain 3 health, costs 2 action points, plus 1 dexterity. 2 guard with strength defense skills, 1 guard with intelligence defense skills. Do I have... I don't have a chest piece on these two guys. What's the... What's the requirement? Requires 10 strength, 10 intelligence. He does not have that. She could wear that. Do I want that melee attack skill? I don't think I want that. I think I'm going to go ahead and take the chainmail. Okay, and I'm going to equip her that chest piece we just got. There. I will say, Ramses, this game is cool, but it is kind of overwhelming. Like, the fact that gear gives you skills, your character gives you skills, your skill tree, skill grid gives you skills. It's pretty overwhelming sometimes. I don't know how I want to do what I want to do half the time. Let's do this, because your low strength has been a little bad. I'm actually going to give him strength so we can equip some things. There we go. Okay. Has a full-blown RPG element and then battles are complex on top of that. There's even a layer I haven't discovered yet. Great. Wonderful. More complexity. That's just what I was hoping for. Yeah, let's go here. You do like leveling options? I mean, I will say I'd rather be too complex than not complex enough. But still. Makes for a pretty crazy game, that's for sure. Does she have her AoE? That's what I always want to check. She does not. Okay. So... let's go ahead and do that, I guess. Row. Okay, so when you attack, follow-up damage. Okay. He'll do, if I do an attack, he should follow up. Okay, good. You have to actually shift to this to work. That'll kill you. And there. And she can kill these two guys. She's not in range for that, apparently. I guess we gotta use one thing to get her in this range. I mean, I could have just gone ahead and done whatever. It's fine. Do I want you to give a tip because the game doesn't actually explain it? Sure. Dexterity-based challenges. +1 melee attack. What do I not have in a slot? He needs a chest piece. And that's it. Just get this random thing, I guess. Been playing For the King this month, and you can't even tell what is gained when you level up. Like 0 stat gains, a little HP up. That's a game I think my friend Tim wants me to play when I go visit my brother down them, and we're gonna hang out and play games. The square slots on your gear are card slots. You can put cards from your own deck in there to modify them. What? Really? I was wondering what those slots were. Okay, okay, good. Cool. Alright, you're attacking for 5. Apply. I really dislike bleed. Alright, so I need to kill these 2 people. I have my AoE. Okay, so if I get a bunch of vulnerable, AoE will do some work. No. Lure. Oh, okay, I'll just one-shot you. I'll just one-shot you. Okay, she's now dead to the AoE. Okay. There. Can do this. I want her to get the kills this time. Okay. That didn't actually kill them both yet. Gets them both low. Okay, so she's got max inspiration. It's a lot of fun. There's a good adventure RPG with a lot of random things that can happen. If you have a really strong AoE or some other good opener, you can attach a memory room and it'll get drawn in the first round. Okay. I need to do that with her. For sure. Alright, you're doing bleed, you're doing bleed, you are doing vulnerable. Okay. So that's double vulnerable. Does she have her AoE again? She does. Great. So those guys are both dead to her AoE. Okay. I want to completely trap up this entire map as people enter. I don't need you to really do anything else, but if I play cards, you... Well, you're maxed out on your thing anyway. Triple kill! Oh, it's only double kill. Okay. Let's see here. I have something. Yes, okay. This is the one that gives us all, gives her all of the skills. All of the, what's it called? Tempo, Metal, and Glamour. So now when she does this, she'll give a bunch of critical, guard, and all that other stuff. Okay, one guy with 42 health. Alright, time to lure him through a bunch of traps. Bam. Bam. I love being able to move my enemies around on the map. I love that. Alright, what do we got? So I guess maybe this... I always wondered what the shield, or I think it can be a shield or a sword or something, so maybe it means you can either put a defensive or an offensive card. Maybe that's what that means. This is blue. 1 intelligence plus 1 strength. Oh wow, it's got a lot of stats on it. This gives a card. Plus 2 guard with strength. I'm not really playing anybody with that. I'm gonna go ahead and grab that. Alright, so how... Let me see if I can do that. I would love... So like that could be a movement card or a defensive card. That can be a... Oh, perfect. That's what I wanted. So now I can socket this ability. Oh man, I wish I had known that. Why didn't the game tell me about that? Now what do I got? Blade, critical. Yes, I would love to have 2 of these. Two of those AoE cards. Responds to the tags on the card like defense, buff, etc. Okay, so that must have been a ranged attack. So this would be like defense. Wow, I can't believe it never told me that. Can't believe I didn't know about that. So the question is, what runes do I have? I have critical on use, gain channel on charge, converted to intelligence skills. Okay, that's an extra system that is very useful that I'll have to keep in mind. Now I know I can actually, cards I play around that are in my deck, I can now add synergies to it. Let's go here. Cool. All right, what do we got here? Marker will be reset. More enemies and treasures spawn. 2 supplies. Removes exhaustion. I don't have any of that. Remove a random monster. Interesting. So if I remove the monster, then I can go across to here and I can continue this. That's the first time I've seen one of those. So if I go like this. And this. Cool. Thanks, Lucius. Okay, that got rid of him. Okay, that's not useful. And I'm already full health. We go there. Supplies that I'm full of. Great. All right, new area. Currency item. Okay. Okay, what is this? Chance to obtain a random item. Let's see if I can get to the gold guy. Yes, I can. Beautiful. All right, we made some gold. Definitely worth. Cool. All right, so let's go here. We're doing kind of easy fights, so I can ease myself back into how this game works. 6 times 3 cleave damage. All right. Do you have your AoE? You do. Okay, so if I get a bunch of vulnerable. I love putting traps under 2 different dudes and then having them swap places and they both get the vulnerable on them. Alright. You have the higher health, so let's do that. Swap there. Okay. Okay. Nice, attack of opportunity. So our AoE will kill that guy now. Let's apply vulnerable to you. Alright, now our AoE will kill both of them. Perfect. So if that's going to kill them both, I should do other things to get your thing filled up there. And oh wait, why do you have 1 health left? Okay, well I completely failed that. Why did I think that they would be dead? Didn't he have 40 something vulnerable? I must have missed something. I don't even know. I have inspiration, I have glamour, gain channel. Okay, well let's shift here. He's gonna hit him 3 times, Jesus. Is this guy dead? 18 plus 7. No. Holy crap. How did I miscalculate that? Okay, he is dead. Okay. How the hell did I miss that by 1 effing health? I have no idea how I miscounted that. Jesus. I have no idea how I miscounted that. Is somebody dead forever? Okay, it doesn't look like he's dead forever. It looks like I gotta go back down to town and bring him back to life, right? I think I can bring him back to life in town. I have no idea how I messed that up. No idea. There's like a cleric girl right here. Fallen hero is revived. Okay. Alright, well, it just cost me gold. It's not too big of a deal. Hopefully didn't get like any negative buffs, debuffs on him or anything. Now that I understand about the card thing, though, maybe I need to look at some other runes I want to do. Skill grid. Her. She leveled up. When unlocked, you can swap talents while encamping or in town. I already did that. Boost the card's base values. Master skill in your deck. A master skill is an evolved version of the original skill. What is a skill? Is a skill a card? So that sounds pretty cool. I really like the thing that lets me remove cards from my deck. Or have a lower number of minimum cards or whatever. Do I care about being able to swap talents in camping or in town? Sure. What did I have her do? I think I did. God, I swap. I don't actually want to swap my talents, but okay. Retain 1 card. Item cards gain 1 rank. Item cards gain 1 rank. So I have a card. If my AoE is now in an item, hold on a second. This is now in a weapon slot. So will this gain a rank if I... let's see, where's weapon? Applies only to stat. Oh, it would have to be to bows, crossbows, and quivers. I'd have to do this one. Okay. Yeah, that was under that. Okay. I can swap in talents while camping or in town. Oh, this is a new talent slot. So I already have this one, is that right? How do I know what I have? Okay, yes, I already had that one. Okay, okay. Certain skills use strategy points instead of action points. Limit break. Definitely going int-based stuff, so I wouldn't. So if I wanted to do this, I would need to get her a staff and put that skill in a staff, and then it would have +1 rank to that skill. So I need to figure out. God, it's another layer. I need to figure out if I put some cards in like her rings. Right? So now if I now have +1 rank. If the above equipment slots are filled up, gain the following bonuses. 1 max card draw +2 all resist. So I need to put a card in amulets, rings, and belts. And I will get 1 max card draw and plus $2 resist. That's crazy. What's up, Mistin? How are you doing? So, belt needs a card. Wait. So I need a ring with a card slot. So it looks like I haven't gotten any rings, belts, or amulets with card slots in them yet. There is a staff with a card slot. What about wand? Is wand considered... Stays. Where's wand? Surely there's one for wands. Is there really not one for wands? Oh, there it is. Item cards gain 1 rank to wands. Cool. Let's do that one. You actually haven't seen any rings or amulets with card slots in them? Okay. So now, if I instead, let me take this out. If I take this out. Oh crap, this is not a range attack one, it's a spell attack one. Okay, well I could still get a... If I put like this in there... A rank up. Which do I use most here? Is it working? Is that ranked up now? 9 vulnerable, 7 vulnerable for every inspiration. That should be ranked up, right? Plus 1 rank to a random attack skill. Let me put one that's damaged, 13 damage. Maybe it's showing me the ranked up version. I'm a little confused, honestly. All right, well, let's put the this back in here, and I do want to mirror that. So I can put a red thing in here. A red upgrade to upgrade this card. I cannot believe I didn't even know about this thing. It's crazy. Okay, a mirror rune, gain a channel charge, recall, modifier. 25% increased damage value, 6% chance to shuffle into draw pile when played. Remove a random debuff on self when played. The yellow chevron thingies are the rank, okay. Let me buy that guy, I have plenty of gold. Huh. This one just adds that spell I already have. That's pretty crazy. Oh, wait, no, that's showing what she has equipped. Never mind. Okay. So here's a staff. If I wanted to put... I could put a defensive thing in there. Let me buy these runes. I feel like I want to have these runes available. Yeah, I already have one of those. Wow. Arc Lightning. 9 damage, apply 12 shock to a random unit chain once. That seems like just a pretty nice... It's an AoE spell. That is actually not a bad thing. The only thing is I don't think I could equip... Like, have the quiver equipped if I have this on, and I can't put any cards on that. But, wow, you could make Arc Lightning have 3 different runes. Your summons deal 2 more damage. That looks really good for a character I don't have. I'm gonna buy that. I need to sell some stuff. I have a bunch of random junk. Maybe not my rings. I have a bunch of random stuff. Oh, I wanted to put that helmet on one of my people. So I could choose a ranged attack and put it in here. I should give that to that guy, actually. Oh, you can salvage for crafting materials. How do you do that? Is that at the blacksmith? Salvage. Okay. How do I do it? Why can't I choose anything? Oh, okay, I have to choose it as junk. Alright, so... That's how you get these things, okay. Okay, good call. Yeah, a bit confusing, like many things in this game. Quite a little bit confusing. Precise swing, melee attack, accurate. What does accurate mean? A point of damage will move 2 guard instead of 1. Ah, that's interesting. Okay. Just kind of clear my inventory a little bit here. Okay. Let me look at my hero stuff. You have a crossbow. I could put tumble in there. If I do this, I can actually put a range attack in there. Attached attacks apply 7 shock. Trigger 1. Okay, so I actually can't use this attached attacks apply 7 shock because I don't have a... I would need a move skill that's also an attack. Alright, I'm slowly figuring this game out. So if I do this, I can attach a far shot to it. And I can put like blade in there and I don't really want to make another one of those. I wonder what kind of wonder what kind of skill my traps are. They're trap debuff. So I wonder if there's any slot for trap / debuff skills. That's spell damage, I guess. What is that type? I don't think I've seen any of those typed yet. Yeah, I'd have to mark stuff in as junk, right? Okay. Because most of my skills are actually trap debuff skills. Honestly. Mirror. Recall wouldn't work. Gain channel. Sure, remove a debuff when you use that. I guess that's kind of cool. Chance to bring that back. Okay, alright. Alright, well now I know how that works. It's another thing to add on top of it. Hopefully I can make my deck more OP somehow. Let's go this way. Well, you've already taught me 2 things, Ramsey, so thank you for that. This game needs how to play in on YouTube. Alright, deal 7 damage, 2 random cells. Alright, so I have my AoE. Next trap deals 13 damage. I have 0 traps currently. I could draw, but you know what? Let's just do vulnerable. Does he have any defense on him? 7 guard. I can't tell if this is hitting. I think it's hitting him. So if I just do his 1 deflect, he's safe. So if you move back, you won't be hit. So I just need to kill this guy off. So let's go ahead and do far shot. Far shot. Oh, okay. Well, that just killed him. That works too. Okay. Let's see here. So let's deflect to make sure you take no damage. We just need to kill this guy off now. Okay, that works. That's fine. So you are now attacking him. Okay. Which that actually kind of messes us up. All right. Target a non-boss unit. Unit attacks their own cells. So you are not a boss. So if I get, yes, let me do this. You will now attack yourself. You will now attack yourself. Do you have any way to kill you? You are going to do 20 damage, or 7 damage to him. 37. So, yes, that would be perfect. Great. We've got enough vulnerable. Stop punching yourself! Stop punching yourself! I can be the... Oh, wait. I can be the first to make one what? I can be the first to make what? That is a lot of vulnerable. Oh, how-to on YouTube. Yeah, I might need to do that, actually. Yeah. Yeah. Alright, let's pull you through some traps. What? That is not what I meant to do. Okay. I need to learn the game before I start making how-tos on the game, though. That's for sure. Let's go here. Okay, what do we got? A crafting material, random armor. Okay. I think I can make it to the crafting material. Cool. We got a runesmith's chisel. Very nice. Alright. Not much there, but we got something. Okay, so let's go here. A deadly encounter. So deadly. What's this guy? Are you helping me? What is an NPC doing on my board? I've never had this. Devs need to work on better tutorials who figured the car slots out just by clicking around. Yeah, I would agree. Definitely agree on that. Well, let's see here. This does 28 vulnerable, 15 vulnerable. Guy has 72 vulnerable on himself now. Okay. Oh, God, the bird killed him. I made him so vulnerable. The bird ate him. Well, I was not meaning to do that. Bird OP. Bird OP. Bird, why'd you have to go and kill him, though? I wanted to use some more skills. Also, if I had to get NPC help, the modifiers are shown on the map. Okay. Freaking bird just killed him. Random armor, 1 supplies. Traveling merchant, eh? Let's see if we can avoid. Well, let's see. Okay. Start battle with 2 critical. Okay. Oh, what is this? I haven't noticed this before. Oh, we got a merchant. Okay. There's a boss-like guy. Oh, I don't have enough money to get Tome of Skill. 1,000 for that. Wow. I should have not spent all that money earlier, apparently. Can I sell stuff? For next to nothing. I'd have to keep forgetting to equip that hat. 23. Can I get 1,000 gold? What's up, Dimitrescu? How you doing? So I could sell some of my potions. I would need like, I need 241 gold. For a skill point. That seems like that's worth it. Like if I sell one. Wait, did I sell all 4 of those for 56? Crap, I thought each one of those was... Well, never mind. Okay. I shouldn't have sold that. You're in the middle of a heat wave in Europe. I'm hearing that from everybody, my friend. I'm hearing that from everybody. Alright, I have to sell like all of my stuff to do this. You know what? Do it. Do it. I think I can do it. I really shouldn't be selling that stuff, probably. But I've committed now. I've committed. I need still 61. Sell my portal scrolls, man. And then sell this ring, this belt. Okay. Well, I just spent all of my gold to get a Tome of Skill. Not sure if worth, but we did it. Didn't even look at the runes he had. Agility charge, strength. Okay, well, let's not look at anything else since I can't afford anything else. I cannot return. That's why I had to get that book skill.
Oh.
Fancy meeting you here. Great. Cool. All right. All right. Well, who should I give this book of skill to? Who could really benefit from it? Master skill in my deck. I kind of want to get that, so. Hero. Use now. Unlock node. I want to master this card. What would that give me? Hold control to view additional info. 7 damage. What does master mean? Evolved version. Yeah, I know that I can swap characters around. Yeah, I know. I didn't know about the leader, but yeah. It looks like it's not changing. Mastery. Oh. So I could choose that or accurate. We'll remove double amount of guard. Interesting. Double amount of guard or just 2 more base damage. Okay. 2 more base damage. So that would get up to 12. Here it would still be at 10. But double amount of guard. I feel like the double amount of guard is probably better. Okay, let's go for that. Let's do that. Cool. Now when we hit everybody, if they have armor, it'll be twice as effective. Seems pretty good. I actually have no gold. Because I gave away all my gold. So my only choice is to steal from a blind man, and I lose my fate. Wow. Wow. The old man suspects nothing. You get the train station, he's staring down your back. Okay. Well, that's what happens when you don't have any gold. You have to steal from beggars. Because I had literally no choice. I couldn't just walk away. I had to steal from a beggar. I know, right? Shame on me. Alright, are you going to be doing that bleed? You're bleeding. I can ignore you. You're dealing damage. You're dealing damage. Okay. She does have her scatter shot. That's that. We can buy fate at the church in town. Oh yeah. Well, you have a chance to, right? It's not like guaranteed. Oh man, I did not get any of my lures. We have attack of opportunity. Oh, that's the guy I wanted to kill. Wait, what? Okay, whatever. I think we're taking some damage here. Does he have attack of opportunity up? He does. So if I just do a couple of attacks, he's going to attack with me for 11 damage. Okay, that's pretty good. She has her AoE. Okay. Oh, he didn't do his attack of opportunity there. I'm not sure why. Okay. Bleed really sucks, so I need to kill her. I did not get nearly as much vulnerable as I would have liked. So if I gain that, this will do 21 damage. Kill you. And this will do 19. Okay. Alright, I might be able to kill that guy with just this if I kill off somebody else. Okay, I can now do my 2-cost thing. That makes my magic missiles do more. This does, let's see, so this does 21, this one does 22. So bleed bypasses armor, I believe. Can't reach you with that. Right, I'm gonna let him take the 2 bleed, because I think I need to kill this guy off. Okay, so you take 2 bleed. Oh, you know what? If you guard, does the bleed not apply? Sweet, I didn't take the damage. Perfect. I really want her to get some her action points back, so... So I want her to get the kill. Just gonna vulnerable you like crazy. Purposefully not doing damage. She has a way to kill you, right? Yes, scatter hit will kill. I put him out of range of that guy. Whoops. Okay, it's fine. Alright, so gain channel. This. Okay. Guard blocks all effects unless the attack is potent. Ah, okay. Potent. Gotcha. One of the many keywords that I haven't learned everything about yet. Okay. So we just got to skill up on you. Trap or 2. So I get another trap card. You've activated my trap card. Place a barricade on an unoccupied cell. Consume 1 channel. A random trap card in hand will have its AP cost reduced by 1. Hunter's Pursuit. Trigger. When your trap is triggered, gain 3 agility. Hunting Marksman. When your trap is triggered, add 1 temp far shot to your hand. Card cost 0. Temp far shot. Interesting. It's like free damage. I like free damage. Agility reduce the cost of move skills. I had a charge trap and then I think I removed it because it seemed like, since this doesn't have retain, it doesn't seem that good. I would have to draw this with a trap, and I was just not having that happen. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this. This is retain and give us some free damage. 5 free hull damage, that's right. It's my favorite type of damage. So now, if I go to your deck, if there are any cards I want to remove. I think I want to remove this 1 far shot. Now, how do I edit deck? So I'll take the free far shot when I get it. I have 2 attacks of opportunity, don't I? Well, I could put a move skill in here. Why do I have 2 attacks of opportunity? Is it mirrored? It's not mirrored, right? There's 1 there. There's 1 in here, that's why. So I kind of don't want this one. So if I go here and do a void, which I don't have on me, I should have bought another void earlier. I could make it so I don't have 2 of these. So I think, do cards that retain mess up your draw? I actually don't know. I think I'm only gonna do that right now. Move skill. I could put tumble in there. Um, but I don't think any of these cards I really want to do anything with. Converted to intelligence, gain 1 channel charge. I mean, sure, that's fine. Give him channel. I think he had something at some point that benefited from channel, but I don't know. There's too many mechanics in this game. There's too many. I can't figure out what I should be doing. Shrine to powers long departed. Use it to restore fate. Permanently modify the world around you. Okay. Grants a fate. Drops a magic accessory. We're gonna have an area affected by chilling ground and an area occupied by beasts. Germination cells. Area contains armor caches. Double beasts. Legendary weapon. Let's go with that. I'd love to get a legendary weapon, man. Oh yeah, the charge traps benefits from the charge. Okay. Alright, so if I go here, there is now a legendary weapon dropped. I think I might have a charge trap that I can add to my deck if I really want to, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I'm still unsure of what my deck is doing. Oh, these are big beasts. Okay. So what does Chilled Ground do? Oh my gosh, so what are you doing? You are applying 6 vulnerable. You are gaining guard. You're doing damage. You're doing damage. You are doing damage. Okay. So I can self-trigger my traps. The guys who are doing guard I don't care about. Cannot be moved. Oh, okay, so I cannot. Alright. Wow, that makes my traps a lot less good. That adds a free far shot. Does she have her AoE? She has double AoE. 23. Okay. Oh wow, that killed him. I was not expecting that. Okay. What does Chilled Ground do? Why can't I see what this does? Chilled Ground. Anybody in the chat know? Click on the bar, then check the info in the top left. Chilling. At the end of their turn, a unit on this cell is inflicted with 5 chill. Okay, what does 5 chill do? I think it slows them? I think? It's 5 frost damage. Okay. Okay, looks like you're just dead from any attack. Well, maybe not any attack. 14 plus 15 is not 37. I don't know. Oh, he's got critical. Is that why? Wait. That's doing more damage than I feel like it should be doing. I don't know why. Do you have 20 armor? Five frost damage, you think they deal less damage too, okay. Now you're doing 55 damage. You have 15 critical, that's why. 29 damage. All right, I definitely want to make somebody attack themselves. 7, 7, 7. So you have 20 armor, so you are safe from him. You're gonna apply vulnerable. Okay, that's fine. If I make him attack himself, you will not take damage. Okay, so I think none of my people are taking damage here. He somehow has 20 armor. I don't know why that is. I don't know why that happened. Okay. I think I might be able to kill that guy, actually. Oh, wow, that just killed him. Okay. You have that chilled ground, though. Okay, knock back, close range. All right, so I need to kill those guys. She does have her AoE. It does 5 damage. 5. So I need 1 vulnerable on you. I need to focus on this guy. Problem is, my traps are like completely worthless on these guys. I can't move them. I do have attacks of opportunity though, so when an ally in the row attacks, follow up and deal 11 damage. So if he attacks this guy, do they have to be in range of him? I think it's still melee, so I think he still has to be in range of them. So I think I need to go here. I'm going to be able to attack, like, this guy. I can switch that one SP shift card for another one. Okay, I don't know how to do that. But maybe I can get you to help me with that. Okay, so if I do this, what we do is attack of opportunity. Oh, nice. Okay, very good. How much damage? You're taking 27. So this does 22. Let's do 14, then we'll do 14 plus 7. Huh, he didn't do his attack of opportunity twice. So he has no attacks, and my lures don't work on him. So if I want to kill him, I have to do it now. I've already cast this twice, so that should finish him. Okay, good. Used up almost all of my SP. Okay, here we got a legendary dagger. Requires 11 dexterity, grants throwing dagger. Throwing dagger has a 15% chance to grant agility charge, plus 1 range attack damage, plus 2 dexterity. So if I was doing a ranged throwing dagger, build, this would be amazing. Maybe I need to try to do that build. How do you switch that out? Oh, I can just do this. That's one I can just remove. Okay. This guy's got sidestep. This guy actually has more movement. Stratagem. I will say I like the ability to move at any time. I'll be honest, I kind of like having the ability to move at any time. That stratagem is a really, really nice keyword. And they all have it. Is there anything I want to remove from her deck? She always goes last, so maybe I will move it from hers. She uses her... The other guys don't use their SP very much. She uses her SP all the time, so I think I am going to remove it from hers. She's got so many cards that use SP. There are other cards you can put in there? What other cards are you talking about? Are there other SP things? You can also shift for 1 AP if you click on the cell. Yeah. Synergy menu, clasping hands. I don't think I've unlocked them. I think I have to level up. So I think I've looked at this menu and I don't actually have that. Battles, camping, and events can raise energy. Click the cards. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Well, 2 to draw. Okay, those are some pretty good things. Give half your guard to a target ally. That's nice. Interrupt. Usable only if not the first to act. Raise initiative by 15 for every remaining AP. And the turn persists. Lose HP equal to number of negative status effects on self. Purge all negative status effects. I like the improvise. Who's never using their stuff who I'd like to dodge? Who I'd like to be able to draw? I think actually both of these guys I would rather have that. Yeah, I think I'd rather have that on both of them. Do they now have that? Yeah. Okay. Because if they don't get lure, they are often not able to trigger the traps that I want. Alright, thank you for that. Alright. Opportunity to rest and reflect at a campsite. Nice. Use campsite. Whoa, I've never been at a campsite before. Reduce other heroes' exhaustion. I don't have any exhaustion. Draw chat. Target hero draws one of their camp abilities. Tasty meal. Random crafting materials. Gain a buff granting critical every turn. Wow, this is like Darkest Dungeon. I didn't even know these guys had camping abilities. Charging with an ally, both you recover 1 exhaustion, recover 20% of max HP, find a random item, offer gambling service. Spend 5 hours to rank up a skill. How do I do that? Gain exhaustion, set up a tent, a camp. Hero increases skills rank by 1, gain 3 exhaustion. Okay. I would like to level up her thing there. Draw a special... So each of these costs a thing. Okay, draw 1 meal. I'm going to want to remove her exhaustion. So let's pass the 5 hours. Or wait, if I do this, does it cost me an hour? Oh, okay, so this is what they do for that hour. Okay. Gambling services. Random legendary weapon, random consumable, random body armor, random weapon. I have no... What are these? What are these? Tokens. I have no tokens. You build up the 10th, they remove 3 exhaustion per hour. You can spend like the last 2 hours or so resting. Okay. So I don't know how to get these tokens. So I can't do any of this. So redrawing cost me no gold, will call me gold for nothing. Okay, so that did nothing. Except... Okay. She doesn't get her exhaustion until this ends, right? So I can have you set up a tent. I can have you set up a tent. Although, be honest, I kind of just want to find... You know, let's do this. Give him some crit, seems good. Those are somewhat rare drops. You can buy them sometimes for a lot of gold from merchants. Ideally, you want them all to do something every hour. Right. Okay. Wow, this stacks? Oh. Happy hour with yourself. Rare crystals. Okay. I ran out of luck. That cost me fate. Oh, crap. I was spending my fate to do that. Okay. This cost me supplies to do, too. What the hell does a tasty meal do? So these things are costing me supplies. I guess I don't use the supplies that much, so... I guess I can have you pitch this tent. Alright, so I want to upgrade the scatter hit. Yes. Becomes rank 2, nice. You can buy the tokens for cheap from some of the merchants you find while exploring. Okay, I need to be looking for those then. Okay, so this would remove her exhaustion. So I just immediately used up that meal I just made. So this will remove his 1 exhaustion. Do you have any exhaustion? No. There, so you guys will remove your exhaustion. She can draw chat. Target hero draws one of their camp abilities. Chat. Start a conversation. Convert this into meditate. Meditate. Gain 20 synergy, remove 2 exhaustion. Okay. What is this? Gain 1 to 3 supplies. God, this is so crazy. 6 hours left. So I could increase one of these guys' skills and then spend the last 1 hour resting in a tent. Wait, it takes 4. That's gonna take... tent takes 4. So I need to make a tasty meal and you upgrade your skill so that the last hour I can remove your 3 exhaustion. So we'll upgrade one of your skills. And we will create a tasty meal for him. Okay. What is this? Draw a special activity card. Draw a warm meal. Oh, I just made my own tasty meal. Nice. Find a random item. Can I keep this? I get to keep that. Okay, good. So now I don't have to make the tasty meal. Or, I have a warm meal. Actually, wait, did I lose my tasty meal? Did I not make it? I don't even know. No, I don't want to interrupt them. Keep watch. Gain 1 exhaustion. Intrusion cards have no effect while heroes engage this activity. Keeping watch. Scavenge. Alright. Level up. What is his best card? Can I see what options I have? It becomes 2 more vulnerable. I like his caltrops. Wow, 6 more damage and an extra speed down. Bola shot is 1 extra vulnerable. Some mastery choices. Status effects will be applied through guard. Oh, so vulnerable does not apply when they have guard. I didn't know that. Remove a random buff. Increase status value, increase status scaling. Increase damage, reduce status value and scaling. Interesting. If you keep another round, it's a cold meal. Oh, that's what's happening. It's losing. Okay, gotcha. So extra vulnerable. Let's go ahead and do, I think, well, what about tripwire? Tripwire is not my favorite trap because I have to pull them onto the trap for that to, and then it pulls them again. Well, let's go ahead and do caltrops. Caltrops are just frickin' damage. Just frickin' damage. Alright, we have a cold meal. And I somehow... I needed to have him make a tasty meal last round. So... draw a warm meal. Wait, that won't work because I'm out of stuff, aren't I? Do they lose any of their exhaustion by doing that? Oh. Looks like that worked. Oh, cancel. There you go. So resting in the camp the last hour gets the full 4-hour bonus even though you're only there for 1 hour. Okay, well that was crazy. Alright, camp right before, I guess we got a boss fight. The waypoint is just ahead. Should allow for quick travel back to the garrison. Oh, I thought I was gonna have a boss fight. Apparently I just get to go home. Okay. No, that's not where I wanted to go. The garrison. There it is. Boss fight's still quite a bit away. Okay. Just open up the waypoint. Good thing we rested right before the waypoint. Alright. Waypoint has been attuned. Enable swift travel. Oh. Nice. Rift Lord's location of the grounds contains various catacombs you conceivably be residing in. The only lines connecting the area maps we have aren't detailed enough. Guesswork to be done. Have to investigate each of the 3 crypts in the area. Okay. Marco the Merchant. Aha! Aha! I helped you get your business back on track. That's me. I'm Marco, humble trader. Not been a good time lately. I sell all sorts of fancy things. Okay. So let's see if he sells relic tokens for 575 gold. respec thing. A legendary heavy armor. I wonder what Vigil does. Bull Rush. Okay. No boss fight for you. Go home this instant. Okay. I'll go home. Go home, I'm drunk. Let's see here. Let's salvage some stuff. I have like no gold to buy anything. So that guy. Consumables gain increased effect. I never use my consumables. Mana charge. Gain channel, apply root to self. I don't really like that. Plus 2 spell attack. 4 HP on elite kill. Intelligence. Battle with crit. Alright, let me put this frickin' helm on I keep forgetting to put on. So I can remove that guy. Although that's really good. This gives me card draw. This just gives intelligence and strength. Okay, I can maybe give that to somebody else. Okay, let's put the void back on there. Who has a crappy helm? He's got an attack of opportunity. We got that field awareness. Okay, I think I'm okay to only have one attack of opportunity. Put that in there. I don't really care about that too much. I don't know if it's worth putting all these cards in there, but you know, I might as well do it, I guess. Do I want this abracadabra? 45% chance to gain agility, +1 range attack. I'm really sticking with my building around traps thing. And I'm still looking for cards that will actually allow me to build around traps. To give me an idea, you finished Act 1 on level 17. That's actually the level cap for Act 1. What levels are my people? I don't know what level I am. Hero. Level 8. Okay. So almost halfway there. Okay, journal. Okay, alright. I did want to get one more void rune. Because one of these guys has something I don't want on his gear. Which one was it? For you. Oh man, what was it? I wanted a void for something. What was it? Oh, I think it was the thing at the helm I removed, actually. Okay. No movement skills for you. Wait, this isn't doing anything. So I actually have a red thing now. What is that red thing? Life +2 max. Oh, okay, I was getting max HP. It's fine. Okay. I don't know if my deck is good. I feel like I'm going to play this game over and over, and that's what I'm going to say every time. Is I don't know if my deck is good or not. I feel like I need supplies. Where do I get supplies? Innkeeper? Supplies. 1 gold per supply. Let's get 15 supplies. Hope that's good. Alright, waypoint. I'm not sure if there's anything else I wanted to do here. So now, what is the green thing? Places I've already been. What's that green guy? Party gain supplies. Covers health, removes exhaustion. Safe passage. Okay, let's go here. Waypoint it. So there's another camp here if I need to ever go there. Let's go do this thing. My build is kind of unorthodox. You think we can agree on that? Yeah. I have a bard and a bunch of traps. That's my build. Currency item. Markers reset. Enemies and treasures will respawn. Will spawn. Okay. Okay. Random item, currency item, and gold. Okay, nice. Did he catch me? He didn't. So do I want to lose health to reveal a node? I always avoid the enemies. Hey, what's up, RPG Nerdos? My bar is also very SP heavy. You rarely use SP in most fights. You beat Act 1 at like level 16 without knowing all the wisdom Ramsey's been providing. I think I'm just gonna avoid. No fights for me. Okay. Well, hey, at least you were able to beat the Act at level 16, so that's good. Alright, so what are these things? If I kill them, I get something, right? Supply crates, yeah. Alright, so you are attacking, you are attacking. Alright. If you want to restart your game because of wanting to be optimal, I know, me too. I keep wanting to do that too, but I have resisted. I do have the AoE, so if I still keep stacking invulnerable. Alright, do I have 2 traps? I do. Actually, these traps do so much damage. That might just kill them both. Will the fight end if there's still supply crates? I hope not. Alright, nice. So her AoE will kill that guy. It won't quite kill that guy. You wouldn't have to provide wisdom if the game did a better job of explaining things. Quite true, yeah. Okay, well, I don't get those supplies. Do I get them just because they're on the map? No. I probably don't have enough time. Raven suit. 2 guard with strength defense skills, plus 3 cold resist, plus 2 strength based challenges, 1 guard with intelligence defense skills. Well, I'm so afraid of swapping my characters out too, because I've leveled these ones up so much. If I go swap my low level characters and don't know how they work, I would feel like I don't know what I'm doing. The game gives you tools to rebuild generously so. But what about leveling? Like, if I wanted to swap out my characters, yeah, we could rebuild these characters, but I don't know that I could swap out characters super well. They all level together? They do? Really? Alright, I got one of these things here. They catch up in experience at the start of each act. Okay. You're guarding, you're damaging, enfeeble. Deal less damage, okay. Potent, so I can't stop that from happening. Okay, so I'd like to kill this guy. Let this guy live while hopefully killing these trap thingies. Are these immovable? I think I can move those actually. Okay. Apparently I can't move those. Great. Attack of opportunity kills that. She's just guarding. Okay, so did I get supplies from opening that? I'm not exactly sure what happens when I do this. Still not sure what happened when I do that, but okay. Okay, we should 28. Yeah, we'll be able to kill this guy easy. Okay. So pull. So if I do this, then this. If I lure him into the tripwire, I should pull him back into this trap. Does that work? Oh, cool. Alright, very nice. Alright, 2 level ups. Beautiful. Combo! Splinter Bomb. When used in battle, deal 20 damage to enemies in a square. Wow. Wow. Let me give that to somebody who just needs a consumable. Who needs to do damage. Is that a consumable? Yeah, okay. Who occasionally will just need to... She's usually the one to finish people off, so I will give her that. Okay. So level up. We mastered a skill. Card's base value. Respec point. Remove the skill from your deck. Let's go ahead and do this. And let's level up our scatter hit. Oh, I need level 14 to do that. Okay, well, what do I do apart from that? Apparently I can't level up cards from my items, so I can't level up Magic Missile. So probably Verse of Evocation? This one's gold, this one's blue. I think that means it's already level 2, so I'd be getting it to level 3, I think. Okay. Alright, and this guy, what are we doing here? Bonus to initiative, learn a skill, respec points, sabotage skills, focus on control. Yes, I want sabotage these guys. I want those. So, initiative, do I want to learn a skill? Yeah, let's learn a skill. Do I keep going with sabotage? I think I just keep going with sabotage. Go all in. Specialize my deck. Disorienting trap. Apply 22 vulnerable. Target moves to a random unoccupied adjacent cell. Gain 2 retain. Gain 1 agility. Hair trigger. When your trap is triggered, attack the target with a throwing dagger if in range. Add it to your discard pile afterwards. Interesting. Throwing dagger. So it's a free 4 damage and a chance to gain agility. And agility lets you do move skills for free, which this guy has no move skills. I like the idea of free damage, but I also like the idea of just another trap. To replace a deflect with a trap. Lets you do the default move for free. Oh, does it? Oh, that's interesting. I'll be honest, I don't move around that much because my characters have attacks of opportunity and defense for opportunity or whatever. How many traps does this guy have? 2 call traps and a tripwire. I think I'm just going to get disorienting trap. Go ahead and do that. And then remove. Oh, I thought I had a deflect remove. I have 1 deflect I can remove. No defense at all. God, I have no defense. No defense. What do I have in here? I have a mirror and a mirror. No, what is this? That's mirror. This one is... What is that? Purity. I don't think... Do I want a mirror? If I remove the mirror... You know, I really wish I could put my trap cards, trap or debuff cards in one of these things. It seems like trap and debuff don't have a lot of equipment with slots in them. Nobody hits you if they're all dead. That's kind of the build I'm going with. Yeah. And anytime I'm not able to kill him on turn 1, I'm pretty scared, honestly, with the way this is going. So you're defending, you're attacking, you're defending. So this is the main guy we want to kill. That'll give me a free far shot. There's some socket smithing that allows Omni socket for skills. Omni socket. Okay, I might have to look at some of that then. That might be what I need to do, is more crafting stuff. She have her AoE? She does have her AoE, so... vulnerable on you. AoE will kill him off. Whew. I'm gonna do two things so she gets more SP. Beautiful. That's the RNG for you. You have more debuff spell slots than attack ones. All depends on how the items roll for you. Okay. Crafting is super robust. It's just not required. Sure. Rend. 10 damage, 6 bleed. Cool. All right. Bleed seems like a cool build type you could do. All right, what is that? I'm not sure. I think that might be the exit. $36. You are enfeebling. You're damaging. You're damaging. So we want to kill these two guys. Damn, I don't like your position. I can't reach those two guys. All right. Okay, we'll just finish you off. Okay. It's Path of Exile crafting. Fortunately, you were familiar with that already. It's very complex. I mean, I've played Path of Exile, but I've never been very good at the crafting because it's so freaking complicated. Oh, wow, I moved you way the hell over there. Okay. Good, she's got exact lethal on him, so we can go ahead and do vulnerable on you. Okay. Holy crap, 80 damage. Oh, jeez. 80 stinking damage. Alright, what do we got? Wandering Peddler. Chance to gain an item. Crafting material. Okay. Wonder if I'll be able to get to the peddler. Man, that looks close. Do I go there or do I just like follow the goblin around and get his gold? I feel like I kind of just want to get the gold. Get as close to him as I can without actually getting him, because the later you get him, the better. Oh, are you frickin' kidding me? Great. Well, that was a waste. Shiny gobbo poops, and I couldn't get him. All right, final resting chamber. It lies dusty, decrepit. The Rift Lord isn't in the crypt. That's all we were learning, eh? Okay. Ah, okay, so this we're looking for this guy in these crypts. That's what we're doing. Gotcha. Okay. Gold currency. Well, let's see if this guy follows us here. He does not. Okay. Huh. We found nothing. My favorite type of... Wait, no, that's not right. Well, these have not been very good explore areas. All right. A lot of doggos. You're defending, you're attacking, you're attacking. So we need to kill these two guys. Okay. Okay. Prime one of those for her AoE. Nice to kill. Okay. God, this guy's gonna double kill if I... Well, I don't have a lure, actually. Still do this and bolo shot. Oh, it did exactly what I was hoping for. Beautiful. Alright, so this... One shots that guy. Gain your inspiration thingy or whatever, and then kill this. Okay. Now just gotta kill that next turn. Alright. Okay. Alright, so I don't need anybody in particular to kill you, but we'll finish you off with... I could make you kill yourself. Do I even think any bonus for killing him myself? Or killing him... selected card will be used. Oh, I can do this for free. So now... Wait, did that work? I don't think that worked. Okay, just kill him. Whatever. I wanted to be... I thought that was triggering me to use that, but it was discarding that. So I discarded that when I meant to use it. Nullstone, a rare crafting reagent used in just disenchanting items. Okay. Is this just an empty place? It's just an empty place, alright. Search for the Rift Lord. Feel a familiar chill and dread wash over you. Rift Lord is definitely here. Wispy Shadow Bear. Oh, I forgot to level up. Whoops. So I can't do this, can I? Nah, I can't. Okay. Alright. Wispy Shadow Barrier bars the way forward. A black gem floats in the center of the passage, quaking with turbulent energies. When you step near it, you feel your limbs freeze, and the sudden weight of 100 voices screaming in your head sends you reeling backwards. The way forward is sealed off for the moment. Perhaps Wynn will have some insights. Okay, well, we know where he is, and I can't do anything, so... So I gotta go talk to him. So I know that the guy's not in there. I could just make my way around if I like. Sure. Oh, I keep forgetting to level up. Glistening yellow feather lands on your shoulder. Seems a tad too heavy to be an ordinary feather. Upon closer inspection, you realize it's made of gold. Gain fate or gain gold? Let's gain some fate. Nice. Cool. This will give me supplies and recover exhaustion. I don't need exhaustion recovery. Let me do the skill before I frickin' forget again. Skill mastery. Master a skill. Talent. Respec. Let's go and master a skill. Alright, what's his best ability? What does Lure gain us? Remove a buff. Stats effects will be applied through guard. I like steel traps. Applied through guard, remove a buff. How many dudes are we getting buffed? I feel like... I don't know how many guys are getting buffed. Is guard is, yeah, guard is just armor, right? So making them be vulnerable through guard actually seems pretty good. I think I'll go with that. Be interesting to see how my build holds up towards the second act, because your sword of glass cannon with barely any defense. Enemies will regularly have more than 100 HP and deal 20 plus damage per attack. Wonder if I can scale enough to keep up. It's good. Me too. Me too. Oh, I unlocked another grid thing. Sentry, Trapper. Just gonna keep going with Trapper, man. Okay. There. That'll let me get another Trapper ability there. Very nice. I have the same thing on this guy. Or on this girl. So, Glamour, Tempo, Metal. So I've been going with Glamour. I think we keep going with Glamour. And let's see where we want to go here. Go there to get a talent towards the Glamour. I think I like that placement there. Okay. That guy needs another skill to do that or level up or whatever. Alright, so let's go gain some supplies. If I go to camping, can I gain a bunch of supplies by camping? You spend a bunch of supplies when you camp, so I don't know about that. I need to be careful about running out of supplies, though. Yeah, you're right. I'm definitely a glass cannon build. That's for sure. Bleed, 6 damage, 12 damage. Don't have a way to trigger my thing here. Can I move that rock around? No, I can't. Okay. So I have to move back here. Okay, that was weird. Did I just take damage? I triggered a trap. Apparently, I'm now 10 vulnerable. Great. You're attacking there, you're attacking there, you're attacking there. Okay, they're all attacking, man. Okay. Alright, she does have AoE. It's not 14. I am rooted. Okay, what does he have up? Call traps, tripwire, no way to move people around. Okay, that sucks. So she's attacking nobody. She's attacking the stone, I think. Or is she attacking him? I'm confused. Oh, you're attacking. Who are they attacking? Attack ranged. Why does it look like he's the only one doing damage? I don't know if he's actually doing damage or not. I'm so confused. The icon is gray. They deal no damage. Ah, that's what that means. Okay. He's doing 6, so you're safe. All right. Okay. All right. Wow, she doesn't even attack the stone. I guess it's a ranged attack. They're just... You have activated all of my trap cards. I have fun with these trap builds. I like traps. Traps are fun. You're dead. You're so stupid! You're just so stupid. They're currently not targeting one of my characters. That can change, of course, if you move into range again, right? That was really funny. Starts battle with 1 armor. That's cool. Is that better than... This gives +1 strength. Oh, that requires level 12 and is a defensive thing, and that's a ranged attack. Okay. Guard with strength and defense. Guard with strength. Challenge. Okay, this is just better. Since I'm not using any of those things. Oh, these are defense cards. Oh, okay. I've never used that card, but okay, that's cool. Got all these movement things and no movement skills to use with them. Okay, so 8 supplies. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll get to this before we run out of supplies. Cool, let's do it. We'll get back home and then take our first break here. Unless we have some crazy fight that makes me salty as hell. 78 health, you're a boss, so I can't make you attack yourself. Hexproof, gain up to 2 immunity. Next to debuffs you would receive. Okay. So... that means vulnerable won't. Okay. We either used up all his vulnerability or something. Because... he absolutely got invulnerable. Wow, we almost one-shot him. Made it to a habit to buy all runes from whenever you're in town. Still feels like you never had the runes you want for your cards. God, do I just kill you? Good boss fight. Alright, apparently we drew really well there. Yeah, I do need to I do need to start doing that. As long as I have the gold to do it. Bookish figure in a wide-brimmed hat sits by a campfire mixing vials of liquid. Claims to be an alchemist trialing new and potent health tonics. Proffers a sip from a vial if you're willing to be a test subject. I can either gain fate or have a 67% chance for a good outcome. Let's go for a good outcome. She lost 3 HP. What do you know? I lost the 1 and 3. So surprised. %33% of the time happens every time. Alright, traps, 2 strong minions. Let's use our incense. I would love to find another legendary weapon. One that might actually be good for us. Area grants 1 fate on clear. Oh man, I'm really afraid to go... Oh, that already looks really strong. I'm just gonna go ahead and do this. Free 3 hull damage, we found it. Okay, I'm gonna go back to town to get supplies before I go for that. So you all remind me, I'm gonna go back around to that soon, TM. I don't want to go do that fight yet. I want to get to full health before I do that. Wow, there's a lot of stuff here. Small chance to have an item. Things an item spawns a monster. Removes a monster. Random jewelry. Okay. Random item. Ooh, so 2 items, but I lose health. Okay. Let's go remove this enemy. Okay. And let's go do the trap. Get an extra item. Alright. Those don't look very good at all. Alright, well I can go get this last item, right? Nice. Alright, one whole supply. What a great item. You always max out your shrines. You're a sucker for extra rewards, HP. If I wasn't so glass cannon, I'd probably be more up for doing that. Actually, no, let's go here. Go ahead and go here. Alright, what do we got here? Lingering Curse. Curse to the party. Chest open together. Additional augmented item. Is a gilded coffer considered a chest? You more experienced people, would that count as giving me an item with this thing? Or does it have to be an actual chest? Because I don't know if a coffer's a chest. You avoid curses? Okay, I'm just not going to do it. I'd like to avoid the dude. Okay. There. Nice. Okay, you all avoid curses. Cool. This green thing is the warehouse I've already been to. Okay. Alright, we're a safe place. I need to heal and buy supplies before I do this next area, but it's been going for about 2 hours. Hey, GG cookie time, we're not dead. We'll do a short little GG cookie time. I'm gonna take my first break of the day. And when we come back, we'll go try to do that big fight that I buffed. That apparently I should buff even more. Full gamma mode is what it sounds like Ramses does. If you move in, you think you actually kill him. They only take damage when they move in on you. Oh. If I go to the... I thought I took damage if I... Okay, I'll have to mess with that some more. But a quick 6 seconds stand up, stretch break. We come back. We'll go fight some more stuff. Y'all rock. Be back in a bit, my friends.